Let's see, the scariest thing that's ever happened to me?
Scary thing that happened to me?
The scariest thing that ever happened to me? Probably me waking up to a giant spider in my face.
So, mental illness runs in my family. My dad has it, my mom has it, I have it, and my mom's is pretty bad, like, it's pretty bad. One time, while we were in the car, she thought that, her boyfriend was going to, like, do something bad to us, me and my brother, but, he wasn't, and so, she stabbed him, in the stomach. He lived, he's not dead.
Oh, I was in the shower, and I heard some creepy laugh, like, hella creepy laugh. 2 p.m. That was creepy.
My biggest phobia is death. I keep wondering, like, what's it gonna feel like to be dead, and, you know, it's like you're completely numb and there's blackness and you can't hear anything because you're dead. I mean, it's literally just pitch black, and what the afterlife might possibly be like.
Alright, so when I was 15 years old, I started a job at a blueberry company. I was only 15, so it was the only place that would hire me. Well, there was this man there, he was around 52, maybe. He told me his age, but I can't remember. Well, I would notice that he would stare at me, but that never really bothers me. People are gonna stare at you. Well, one day they had me stationed right next to him, and he was talking to me about, you know, how old I was and what I want to do in life, and then he got real serious about, you know, how do you feel with being with older men and stuff, and it kind of creeped me out, so I told them to move me, and they did. About a week later, I got stationed right next to him again, and he got pretty thorough with the questions about, they were very sexual, right? And I'm 15, so it was really creeping me out.
I was with you know, that white Fred. We went to the house together, and then the haunted house, and then we saw a bunch of ghosts, and then it chased me.
Well, he asked me the general area where I lived, and I'm so stupid, and I told him. Well, I was getting off the school bus one day, and this is after I had already quit the job because it was only a summer job. It's blueberry, so you know. So when I had gone back to school, I was actually getting off the school bus one day, and as I got off the bus, there was this truck passing by, and usually I don't pay attention because I have my headphones in, and there that man is driving by my house staring at me. I ran in so fast and told my mom, and she came out with a baseball bat. Probably the scariest thing that ever happened to me. I have never had a stalker before other than that man, but I would tell you it's terrifying. Yeah, you know, you're 15, you shouldn't have to worry about things like that.
I got a good one. Okay. So, long ago, in my early 20s, I was working as a male escort, and basically, I was like a pretty boy type of dude, so I was hired often by women who were very abusive, and they wanted to hire boys and then take it out on them, and that's how they got their fucking rocks off. And this one lady, she had tied me to a chair. She had left me there for about 3 hours in a dark room. There was nothing on the wall. It was like a blank bed. It was the creepiest shit. I thought I was going to get my organs harvested. And so I'm tied to a chair. I'm fucking blindfolded. It is probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me. But it was a good nut. So I'll give it that. And also it paid well.
Let's see, the scariest thing that's ever happened to me was once, like, I snuck out with friends, and there's, like, this little wooded area by, like, the school, and we heard, like, this terrifying scream, and it was, like, in the dead of night, winter, so it was a terrifying scream that definitely did not belong to no animal. Yeah, I kind of, like, abandoned my friends in that moment. I just ran for it. Sorry, I keep swearing. Personally, I think it was, like, some type of, like, banshee or something, you know? Supposedly they'll scream when someone's going to die, so... Yeah, it was a blood-curdling scream. It was genuinely terrifying. And the school's like by a field too, kinda. So it was pretty terrifying. I just ran for it when I heard that. Like, I was not about to mess with that. Nope.
Actually, I have one thing. It wasn't like absolutely terrifying, but it was a little bit creepy. So I was sitting at my house. I live in an apartment building, and I was sitting in my room on my PC doing, you know, stuff. And I have my balcony like right next to me, to my like PC setup. And I started hearing this kind of buzzing through my headphones. Looked through the balcony and I saw a drone flying with a camera and looking straight at me. Dude, literally after that, I had to like for 2 months straight, I just had to close my curtains.
So I was getting a drink from 7-Eleven, and then I saw some random guy skipping over to me, and I got scared. And then I'm pressing the crosswalk button, and then he comes like speeding right next to me, and he looks like he was on crack or something. And I go to the crosswalk again, he's running, he's coming over. Yeah, he was like this.
I walk up to this spooky house with no lights on. Sure, there's a very nice.
And I'm like, oh god. Yeah, it's kind of scary.
This one time in San Diego, these two guys tried to take advantage of me, but in reality, I took advantage of them because they bought me like all these drinks and whatnot. But at the end of the night, they were trying to molest me, but I didn't let them. Well, one of the guys kept buying me drinks and he kept calling me cute, and he took me to the questionable parts of town, which I didn't really mind. It was pretty cool, but in reality, they just kept saying nice things to me and kept saying I was very built and muscular.
Basically, one time, getting hit, but this one where I was literally there and he was literally here. He got out of the car, started shouting at me. He was also drunk off of his mind and on his phone. After that happened, the guy continued to follow me and my mates all the way back to our college. And it was kind of, let's just say, he kind of stood outside the college until my other class was finished. When we was deciding to go back uptown, we saw him again, and he started following us all the way down to this roundabout area, and we just stayed there for like a good 2 hours. And the next day, we saw him again. And my other friend, who basically lives down the road from the college, he was crossing that same road, and he nearly got hit by him again. But we was pretty sure that was, well, on purpose, not gonna lie. The guy, as soon as he saw my friend, he sped up. But yeah, that guy, don't know what the fuck happened to him, I haven't seen him since, but yeah, crazy people.
Dying, I don't know. Well, I don't want to die, I don't know what else to say. Okay, it's not the dying part I'm afraid of, it's just like the pain of dying.
I think this is when I was 12, 11, possibly. Ow. But, we were with our aunt or something. We went to a cemetery at night. So we were just relaxing around, having like these ghost gears and stuff. So my aunt puts a flashlight on the thing, and I made sure it can't automatically turn off and on. So I'll make sure of that. And she goes, whoever's here, can you turn off the flashlight? And it instantly turns off. Even though it is on, it turns off. And then she goes, whoever has turned it off, can you turn it back on? And it magically flips on for no reason. And it just absolutely blew my mind and also scared me. And then my mom says when I was itty bitty that we used to be in a trailer, and they left me with my aunt, and when they came back, all the glass was blue outside, like something from the force, whatever it was, has blown out all the glass, all the cabinets were flung open and stuff like that.
Inborn. My biggest phobia, and coincidentally a scary thing that happened to me, is being asked scary things that happened to me and my phobia, and then someone asked me about it. It's actually is repressed, and now it's, the walls are breaking down. I gotta go. Thank you, I'm sorry. Subscribe to iListen.
I'm sorry to do that to you. Take care. You can heal. Don't worry.
Hey guys, it's me. I hope you enjoyed that video. Press this button to subscribe, or press this box or this box to watch a previous video. Make sure to leave a like and comment below for any future video ideas. See you guys next time.
Hold on, wait. I'm coming back. Oh hey, you're still here.
Well, why don't you check down below for our Discord and Patreon? Face reveal.